you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. I, of course, am Mr. Clark Griswold. If you are a first-timer, then welcome. I'm happy to have you guys here. Happy to have my old subscribers, new subscribers, and if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button down below, and while you're at it, hit that bell button. That will give you notifications for when I send these videos out. I send out daily setups for you guys, weekly swing setups, monthly swing setups, informational videos, learning tools, a bunch of other stuff. I also do the same thing on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. Okay, let's get started. Today I am going through a 2-day chart setup. Not something I normally do. I will also be doing a 2-week swing setup this week. So let's get started on the 2-day chart starting March 14th, Monday, March 14th. And guys, I usually give you guys trigger lines on here and targets, but I don't want to have too many lines on for my day charts and my 1-week swing setup, so we'll just go through the plays here and you guys can put on your own triggers and your own targets as we go through, okay? So if you haven't already done so, maybe grab a pen and a piece of paper and you can write down the ticker symbols, okay? And then you guys can go through and mark down your triggers for them, okay? So first one we're going to go through is American Airlines. And the majority of these plays are all inside bar setups. It's just, otherwise I'm going through too many plays with you guys. So inside bars are 1 bars when we're looking at the Strat, okay, are just bars that don't cross the high or the low of the previous candle. And it doesn't matter if we're looking at a 2-day chart, 1-week chart, 1-second chart, 1-minute chart. An inside bar is an inside bar. Okay, so we have this inside bar in American Airlines. We don't break the high, and we do not break the low of the previous candle. An inside bar shows consolidation within a stock. Okay, so the bears aren't taking it lower, the bulls aren't taking it higher. We're just stuck in the middle. And so what we look for is a break to one side or the other of the wick of this inside bar when the candle on Monday opens up. But we are given, based on a 2-day chart, 2 days for it to, break through either one side or the other. And you can see there's an example up here of an inside bar where we break the low of this wick and we take it for a nice gain. Okay, so that's what we're looking at today. Again, these would be your triggers here, the tops and the bottoms of the wicks, and the top and the bottom of the preceding candles are your targets where you should take profit. I don't mind if you take profit before. I'll always tell you guys to take base hits, and profit is profit. So if you have a small account, you have 1 contract, and you're in the 5 plus 10 plus range, you can take your profits, okay? So I'll leave these tickers symbols up on this side for you guys. Someone had asked about that, so we'll just leave them listed here and you guys can kind of sift through them as needed. Next one up is AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. This is a good one to play during the day all the time, even on the smaller time frames. As you can see again, as I said, it's a inside bar. These yellow lines actually represent the 1-day chart. Okay, so this has a little bit more time on it before we hit each side of the target. And if you notice, we have full time frame continuity. Day, week, month, quarterly, and yearly are all red. If you're looking for that indicator, you can go into indicators, type in time frame continuity, and it's by Board Rider B. There are a bunch of different ones out there. This is the one that I like to use. Okay, so that'll give you this time frame indicator, and it'll tell you these little yellow circles indicate inside bar on the yearly or day or wherever that circle is, and I believe a gray square represents an outside bar. Okay, so I don't know what the day and the week are actually going to be next week. This is from Friday and last week. These could change to green. I don't know. But currently the time frame is to the red, so it's a wait and see approach to see what happens with this day in the week. I like to see the hourly, the daily, and possibly the weekly all the same color if I'm taking a trade, and everything else is just a bonus. It just gives us a higher probability of which way the trade is going to run. Okay, so on this one, again, our targets are just the highs, or our triggers are the highs and the lows of the inside bar candle. Targets are the tops and the bottoms of the preceding wicks. Okay, BAC is the next one. BAC. So the way BAC is set up, this is a powerful setup here, a powerful pattern. And we have an outside bar, which is the opposite of an inside bar. We do break the high and we break the low of the previous candle. Okay, so these wicks broke the high, and this wick here, it's hard to tell, but it did break the low of this candle. Okay, so when we have a 3 bar followed by a 1 bar, or an outside bar followed by an inside bar, it gives us probability for a really powerful setup and a powerful break. And we can just go back and see the last time there was one on the 2-day chart, and you can see here we had an outside bar, inside bar, and it had a big drop. Same thing, outside bar and inside bar, and we took it up. Okay, so they are a powerful pattern, and they do lead to, not all the time, but again, we're playing probabilities, so they're not always going to work, but probabilities are that they give us good gains when we play the breaks of the high and the low of the inside bar. Okay, next up is CRM. CRM is Salesforce. Again, another inside bar. Take the breaks of the high or the low, and we're just going to run through the rest of these really quickly. DDOG is another one. DDOG, again, inside bar. Take the breaks of the high or the low, and again, these yellow lines on here represent the, I'll just show you the daily setups that we're going to go through, and this isn't even on one of my daily setups, so we'll skip through that one. I'll show you when we get to GS. So Facebook, inside bar, same thing. GS, Goldman Sachs. So another outside, inside bar. And you can say this one went outside, inside, inside, and then we took it for a break all the way down to here. Okay, so this would have been a really good options gain. So what I was going to tell you is we go to the daily chart, and there. That's my daily indicator, my daily trigger, and then the pink line is my weekly trigger, and the blue lines are my monthly triggers. So for the month of March, if you were in this play, you probably already could have taken this for some gains. It went from 327 to 318 within the first 2 weeks. So that would have been a good play for you guys to be in if you were. And look at that. It was on a holy, or a 3-1 setup. Rich from Trading Wars calls this his holy grail. So it's a 3-1 setup. But this would have been a good gain over the month, okay? And I guess if we go back to the 2-day chart, if you guys are looking, let's go look at Lucid, LCID, has an inside bar, the time frame to the downside currently. So if you are looking for expiry dates on these, you can take them, you know, some stocks will have, obviously we're not going to give it expires on Monday, we're not taking that, we'll take the Wednesday or the Friday expiries, whichever one is available. And then the other thing we want to look at is our strike price. So strike price with the 2 days, you can either, again, take in the money or just outside of the money, okay? So let's say Lucid breaks to the high side, just for example. Probability says we're going to go lower, but let's say we break to the high side, so we're at 24.90. So you can take 25 as your strike price, okay? 25.50, either one of those. Okay, next up, Monster, MNST. MNST, again, inside bar, as I said, all of these would be. Then we go to MRVL, it's Marvel, inside bar, time frame to the downside. MS is Morgan Stanley, 3-1 setup. So again, another powerful setup. If we go look back on Morgan Stanley to see the last time we had one of those, there's 2 of them here. So look, outside bar, inside bar, and this big drop over the next 2 days, okay? So that was 101 to 96. It's a $5 $5 drop. This one again, outside bar, inside bar. So we went from 86.45 to 87.40. So it was a dollar gain on an $85 stock. Okay, so big gains are very probable when we have these 3-1 setups. Okay, they're a powerful pattern. NVDA is next, inside bar on NVIDIA. Then we go to pins, that's Pinterest, P-I-N-S, and again, same thing, 3-1 setup, outside bar, inside bar, and look, here's another one just a few weeks ago, and we break here, and we're from 24.73 all the way down to 22.25, so a $2 drop on a $22 stock. It's 10% over 2 days. That would have been a really good setup on pins. The other thing I tell people is when the bid and ask is too far apart, if we're looking at 10+% between the cost of the bid and the ask, we're not jumping in. Because if we are buying it at market value, we are already at a 10% loss. You can try and get in on a limit order somewhere in between the middle of that. So it's only a 5% difference, but I like to play liquid stocks like SPY, Neo, Lucid is another one, where the bid-ask spread is, a couple pennies, and we can get in and out no problem. Back to the tickers, PLTR, again, another 3-1 setup, and we can go back in time to look at the last 3-1 setups they had, and they are way up here. So we had a outside bar, inside bar, opened up and came up, so you could have taken profit there obviously, and then it dropped all the way back down. And then this one here, outside bar, inside bar, and we came down, not quite hitting targets, but this was a good profit as well on Palantir. Okay, SE, that's C Limited. Just gonna make this a little bigger for you guys. Inside bar on SE. Snap, inside bar, time frame down. Tesla, TSLA is Tesla, inside bar. Tesla has higher premiums. You won't be able to trade these with a smaller account. Okay, Twitter, TWTR, 3-1 setup, and again we can go back and look. We went back way far. If we go back onto Twitter and go all the way back up here, look at outside bar, inside bar, and this big drop. So Twitter on this 3-1 setup went from 69 all the way down to 65 on a 2-day span. So again, another $5 drop there on Twitter. Uber, 3-1 setup, powerful setup. So make sure you guys are watching those. Another 3-1 setup here, and you can see this one. Again, we broke to the high, made some good gains on the 3-1 setup on the 2-day charts. And again, these 3-1 setups work on, it doesn't matter if we're looking on a 2-day chart, 1-day chart, 1-month chart, 2-minute chart, if you wanted to be scalping stuff and being in trades for 30 seconds to 5 minutes. These work for scalping as well. Okay, so it doesn't matter. XEL, inside bar. XOP is another one, another 3-1 setup. And then that's it for the 2-day chart, guys. So again, I will be putting out the 1-day charts, the swing charts for the 1 week, and a swing chart for the 2-week setup. So look for those. If you want to play the 2-day charts, go ahead. If you're not comfortable with those, that's fine too. But check out the other videos as well, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.